Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Friday, August 4th, 2017 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi. I've got Lala here with me. Not thrilled to be on camera. And our energy mantra for today is expansion comes every time I reach and bring in the joy. And we have a major, thing going on today, but before we get into that, I just want to say from me and Lala, thank you for sending all the kitty purrs. She's doing a lot better. She's still not 100%. She's probably at, I'd say, like 65% Lala capacity. But compared to where she was, it's doing really good. And she's continuing and doing her good work supporting me. So, so thank you, everybody. Now you can move on, Lala, or sit back down if you want, whatever you want. Anyways, today we reached the culmination of this building square between Jupiter and Pluto, and this has been a major thing. Any message that I've gotten this week from people, I've tied into this energy. I've really seen how it's been coming up. And today, I've been talking about like the shadows, the shadows and the light and how we've been needing to face the shadow. And today, one of the shadows I wanted to talk about, which I think is probably the biggest shadow and what connects to all of our shadows, very possibly, is the energy of fear. So, Pluto attunes us to shadows. Pluto attunes us to our power. And what is the biggest thing that usurps our power is fear. So, it's time to be willing. Jupiter and Libra, be willing to face what you fear. Be willing to face your fear. And I know that's not easy. When I come across fear, what I want to do most often is stick my head in in the sand like an ostrich and just be like, I will be here until the danger has passed. And so I can't see it, so it's not happening. That's how I like to approach fear. That's not how I like to approach fear. That's how the fearful part of me approaches fear. But what if you brought love? What if you brought compassion to those fearful places? The fear is there for a reason. Whether it is a reason because something has happened, or whether it is a reason because something you are afraid is going to happen, or, whatnot. There's so many reasons for fear. That place in you needs your love, your TLC, your attention, as much as anything, if not more, because that fear, to me, it's like it's a leak in the ship. It's where the water gets in and starts to sink you. And so I love the Danielle Laporte cards, and one of them is, I think the exact words are, be willing to face your fear by looking at it instead of ostriching it. That's one step. One step to bringing it that love. And the energy mantra today, be willing to bring in the joy. A lot of times, fear is the counterpoint to what it is that we desire, that we do feel will bring us joy. And so, again, do we want to be sinking that ship with the fear water? No, we don't. So if you can show up in self-love, Jupiter in Libra, bringing that strong foundation, that strong balance, that harmony of self-love. If you can show up in that manner, you can conquer the fear. What I love about this connection is that it's happening at 17 degrees, which is an 8. So 8 energy is Capricorn energy. 8 energy is success. 8 energy is I am willing to show up for this thing that I need to show up for. And what you need to show up for is the place where the shadows or the fear is coming into your life. Now, it's not going to be like this energy is over when we pass the peak of this square. Both these planets are moving rather slowly. It will continue a little bit on, and we also are continuing on into this eclipse energy, which is also bringing up shadows. But I think this is pinpointing us in the direction that we want to look at, bringing love to those places of fear within ourselves. And I'm going to show you again my animal card for the day. These are the cards I've been pulling for myself daily lately. I don't know, animals just speak to me clearly. And I pulled myself tiger. And I find when I move out of ostrich, I directly move into cat. And cat does not keep me ostrich. It keeps me moving forward in my prowess, in my power. And the tiger just felt so appropriate. Lunar force, as we're building into this lunar eclipse, lunar force ease in darkness, feminine energy. The tiger hunts at night, at one with the silence, fearing nothing. This card reminds us to take in the wild darkness, to allow the lunar forces to soothe and heal our spirits. Sensuality, receptivity, and devotion are all heightened in the midnight hour. And the tiger takes advantage of these boons. Spend some time in silence this evening, drinking in the potent calm. There is nothing to fear in the stillness except the awakening of your own power. Now, how perfect is that? And when in balance, the tiger is passionate, strong, and sensual. Out of balance, overstimulated. To bring into balance, Trapta, which is candle gazing. So gazing into the fire, to restir your inner fire, to bring forth that inner light. So, besides reaching the culmination of this energy, we have the moon in Capricorn. Moon in Capricorn is like, show up, do the work. You gotta show up in and through this energy. We have the moon in Capricorn in opposition to Venus in Cancer. Now that's happening at 2:22 a.m. I've had 222 pop up all over the place lately for me, like everything. So all over 222. 222. I just want to break that down to the astronumerology, which is different than regular numerology or angel numbers. But the astro 2 is the number of nurturing, taking care of yourself, finding that inner balance and harmony. 222 added up is 6. 6 is the number of Venus. So 6 is the number of that self-love, harmony, taking care of yourself. So both of these energies are saying, hey, in order to bring love, joy, TLC to your fear, you have to take care of yourself. And that is the message of Venus in Cancer, was finding pleasure in and through taking care of yourself. This is part of how you need to show up. Moon in Capricorn may be like, well, you should be showing up, going to work and doing these things. Yes, do the things you have to do, but show up for yourself. Give yourself food, water, nap time, bedtime, bath, candlelight, candle gazing, meditation, yoga, whatever it is you need. Bring yourself that TLC. The moon in Capricorn is also trining Mercury, which is conjunct Vesta in Virgo. Vesta is priestess energy. Vesta is knowing your divinity in this human form. So Mercury conjunct Vesta at 8 degrees. So here we have the 8. How are you showing up? Is that lesson again in and through that. The moon feeding into that again is like, hey, show up, attend to your physical body, attend to your temple. If you were in charge of a temple, you would have to sweep it, light the candles, adorn it with incense. This is your temple. What is your incense? How do you sweep your temple? Show up for this. Attend to the details. It is all important. I also do feel like this could be you attending to the details around your house, with that Venus and Cancer thing, making your room your sanctuary. This is definitely one little part of my sanctuary. I like to feel like I am not just in my own temple, but in my temple. So I treat my room as such. This will help you be comfortable enough to face the fears that you need to face the things, to face those shadows that need to come up and be looked at. And that fear, a lot of times on the other side of your fear is also knowing your inherent worth. That's a really big part of this whole transit, this whole work that's going on for us. The final transit of the day is the moon in Capricorn sextiling Neptune, 13 degrees, revolution, evolution. Neptune hopefully feeding in the magic, the mystery, the mysticism to help you move through whatever it is you need to move through. Now, when it comes to fear, for me, and this may come up with this Neptune thing, a lot of my fears are not based in anything in reality. They are based in parallel lives, past lives, whatever you want to call them. I don't really care where in time they are. These other energies that I feel in myself that I have no basis in reality for besides the things that come up. That may be some of these energies that we need to show up, attend to at this time. Again, wherever it's coming from, whether it's coming from something that is real or something that is not so real to you, show up for it, reach for the joy, bring the love into it. And I want to bring you one of my favorite mantras, which is Om Bhavam Namah. I am absolute existence. And sometimes when there's nothing else I can do or know about anything, I turn to Om Bhavam Namah and remember who I really am, what I really am inside. So I always recommend that. So let's get into the cards for this. Well, fear versus love. Fear versus your worth. Fear versus anything else can bring you into this schizophrenic place where you are pulled and you, again, just want to go ostrich. Your work is to ground in, connect to spirit, take care of your physical body in order to get yourself through this thing. I invite you to treat it kind of like a marathon where you prepare your physical body to move through this thing. Do I think that these transits are going to be like a marathon? I don't think it's going to be like 23 miles. I don't know how long a marathon is, but 20-something miles. I don't think it's going to be that long, but you need to prepare yourself, tend to yourself in that manner so that you are ready for this, so you are ready to sink into your heart. I have this card. It's the 2 and the 3 of Swords. You're going to have to face what is coming up in this mental energy. Show up for what's coming up. But then, don't forget, this is the King of Pentacles. Don't forget to take care of your earthly vessel, your earthly temple in and through this. Spend some time alone. The schizophrenia may come when you're getting opinions outside of yourself. Like, should I be afraid of this thing? Should I not be afraid? It doesn't matter if you should or shouldn't be afraid. If you are afraid, that's a place within you that needs you to tend to yourself with love. Now, what I love is I have the awareness card, which is the Chariot card, moving forward, moving into awareness. It's in reverse, so we're not quite there yet. We don't quite understand all the pieces yet. We don't quite understand the pieces yet because we're not quite to the place of the Fool. We're like, get to cast it off and move on. We're deep in this lesson. We're deep in it. That's all good. This is coming, the moving forward, this new path, this energy. But here, you've got to be in and through this today. You've got to reach for the joy, bring it in, to work in and through yourself today. And to finish up, I have the most perfect card. I pulled this the other week. I have the Connect card. Connect, the sacred tool of the loom. Expansion. I saw that when I pulled the card and I was like, it's expansion. And today we're at a 12-degree day. 12 is 3. That is the degree of expansion. Expansion, larger view, vision, present moment, groundedness. So this goes so well. But I love what it says at the end. Drawing this card is a reminder for you to practice mindfulness when you react by reweaving the choice to breathe. Instead, by becoming more rather than less vulnerable. In this choice, you are consciously choosing to expand your energy into love. There is only expansion and contraction on your way to full consciousness. Choosing fear, you contract. Choosing love, you expand. Simple choices have profound consequences. Connect. So, here we have spider energy helping us, asking us to connect. Connect, I feel like connect that love, connect that joy to the fear so that you can expand through it, so you can clear out those cobwebs. The cobwebs, the shadows of these things that you've been fearing that you don't need to give that power to, that you don't need to ostrich from. Eye of the Tiger. I pulled the tiger the other day, Visualize success. Eye of the Tiger as you move in and through this. You've got this. You have the power to do it. You just have to be willing. And you do have the courage. You do have the strength to show up in and for yourself. Anyways, that is it for today. Whew. Enjoy the square. It is working for you. I promise you. Sometimes these things are not easy, but I promise you these things are always working for you. Book a reading if you want to dive deeper into your own chart, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.